Moses stood before Pharaoh, his heart heavy but resolute. The air was taut with tension, as if the walls of the palace themselves were holding their breath. "The Lord has spoken," Moses began, his voice unwavering despite the gravity of his message. "One final plague will he bring upon Egypt. After this, Pharaoh, you will let the Israelites go. You will thrust us out with urgency." Pharaoh's eyes narrowed, anger flaring, but tempered with a hint of fear. He had heard these proclamations before, had witnessed the plagues that had ravaged his land, but his pride and the hardness of his heart had kept him defiant. Moses continued, "Speak to your people. Borrow from your neighbors silver and gold. The Lord has given the Israelites favor in their sight." Moses' words reverberated through the halls, a mixture of foreboding and hope. The Egyptians had begun to see the Israelites differently, some even sympathetic to their plight. Moses' stature had grown, revered by Egyptians and Israelites alike. "Tonight," Moses declared, drawing the tension tighter, "the angel of death will pass through Egypt. Every firstborn will perish, from Pharaoh's heir to the firstborn of the lowliest servant, and even the firstborn of the beasts." A gasp rippled through the court. The enormity of the threat loomed over them like a dark cloud. "A great cry will resound across Egypt," Moses said. "A cry unlike any heard before and never to be heard again. Yet not a dog will bark at any of the children of Israel. So you will know that the Lord makes a distinction between Egypt and Israel." Silence fell. Pharaoh's advisors looked at each other, their faces pale, uncertainty etched on their features. Moses' gaze locked with Pharaoh's, unyielding. "Your servants will come to me, begging for our departure. Only then will I leave." With that, Moses turned and left Pharaoh, his steps echoing with a finality that could not be denied. The Lord had warned Moses that Pharaoh's heart would remain hardened, and so it had. This final act, ordained by God, would be the catalyst for their freedom. As Moses and Aaron departed, the air outside the palace felt charged with the impending fulfillment of a divine promise. The fate of Egypt hung in the balance, and the dawn of a new beginning for the Israelites was on the horizon.